You're welcome again to another episode of the Nigerian Theatre Witnesses to History on the Tunde Laniyo podcast. Today we'll continue our discussion as I invite him to lead us into the things that he did. Now, one can see that you have had a very enriching time in the theatre. But from your own experience, which of the great names in the Nigerian theatre since the time that you have entered the theatre is exciting for you?
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. I narrowly missed 1960 Ibadan masks. But I thank God I didn't miss much.
That's right. What do you mean?
Because when we have joined the acting company in 1968 or before, then Professor Wole Soyinka came.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he had brought with the then military, something like he came.
Yes.
And he was so fascinated in me, I was endeared to him, I don't know. He was watching my, theatrical gifts.
That's right.
And then I was so happy that he involved me in the film Kongi Harvest.
Oh, the film version of Kongi Harvest.
Yes. By the time we were, Ossie Davis,
yes,
the film company,
yes,
company from America.
Mm.
When they came to have a feel of the play Kongi Harvest, Professor Wole Soyinka and major people like Wale Oyemi,
yes,
they had traveled for something else which I would
yes,
have been able, I would have been there then because I wasn't given permission.
Mm-hmm.
Then he sought permission of my boss and European
Mm-hmm.
pressed him. Then he personally wrote that he should release me.
Release you.
I was released, and before that time, I played the role of Dende
In the play.
in the play
Mm.
for the company.
Yes.
When we were training them, then the singing Dr. Saint Diaribede,
Yes.
played Obadam Lola.
Mm.
Then, but when the real participants came, we gave way.
Right.
Wale Oyemi played Dende.
Dende.
I think Obas Damilola, which was what the role saying the singing doctor played.
Yes.
Saint Diaribede played,
Yes,
played by I think this popular man, the old man who played who acted in this film, in African film,
okay,
which was he played that role. Many people from Lagos just came.
They wanted to be in the film.
Yes, they were in the film.
Yeah.
By that time, there was no Oba in Oyo.
Right.
So we had the privilege to use
The palace.
For the young Oba and the Oba Damilola, Oba Sarumi, and all that. So I was in Wole Soyinka's retinue and drummers, and that by that time, I was so happy because I felt at home.
Mm-hmm.
I was dear to people because they saw my theatrical something. So Professor Wole Soyinka, in actual fact, he was so happy to see me, and because I wasn't there when I said I missed.
When you joined earlier.
Yes, he wasn't there. But when he came and I really proved my
You earned your medal.
yes. So, when they were going to perform Mad Men and Specialists abroad, I was to go.
Right.
But I wasn't permitted to, I was not permitted
Not released
not
again.
released to go. But notwithstanding, when they came, you know, we thought we would be going. We had two Jimmys then, Jimmy Johnson
and Jimmy Sholanke.
Jimmy Johnson was to obtain our passports. We have done the inoculation and all that, not knowing that the federal government will not allow us to go. So, but then, the theater then was very, very interesting, and it was voluntary.
Yeah.
People like Adewolu were there, Professor Adewolu were there.
Yes.
So many other people here were there, keyboard. Betty Okotie,
Yes.
Betty Okotie Barrett, and name them. We were there.
Those were important names in the theater scene.
You know, so, but I thank God that what I gained really, I mean, helped me later. I was stubborn, I mean, I was stout-hearted. I was a bachelor. So nobody, if I mean, at times we will get home by 2 o'clock in
a.m. at night.
At night, and, you know, because then
life was good then. You didn't have fears.
No fears, no
that you
fears,
could,
no
you
fears.
could be robbed.
No fears, no fears, no fears.
Moving around at night.
No fears at night. You know. Let me quickly say this. Professor Adewolu was running his own personal Yoruba theater group.
Yes.
Adewolu theater. I was in it. I was.
You also oscillated.
Thank you so much.
Between his own and this other one.
Yes. So you know, that's that. But I wrote prolifically.
Tell me about your experience, because Adewolu is not very active in the Nigerian theater scene now. Can you tell me what kind of products emerged from his theater company?
Oh my God. It's Yoruba, as I said. And Adewolu, I rediscovered him not quite a year ago, after maybe about 40 years. He was so happy, yeah, wow. So we, you know, he was chatting with me on WhatsApp.
Right.
And the thing I learned there is because it's indigenous.
Yes.
So I can, you know, play any role
in his productions.
In his productions, and at the same time I wasn't losing my place in English roles.
Yes.
And even I gained a lot from him, and I was. He too was so surprised that he thought I was a graduate. Well, I had not gone to University of Ibadan then, but the gift showed.
Yeah.
Because I was writing scripts, I was doing that.
Yes.
You know, I wrote for Channel 10 NTA. I wrote for Channel 7. I wrote for OGTV.
Right.
I wrote for Candid Theatre regularly.
Yes.
Radio Nigeria. I wrote Periscope. And I think somebody angered me, because when they came to me to write the Periscope in that time, they wanted to give it to Adewolu.
Right.
But they said it was too late. They never wanted to confront him because time was too short. Then Matthew Oyibo, who was my producer.
That was a drama producer in Radio Nigeria.
Yes, he was producing me on Candid Theatre and all that. Then so did
I played some of things in Radio Nigeria.
He sold the idea of inviting me to write for them to programs manager.
Right.
So, and it was too short a time, in fact. He said if the time was short and they wanted trouble. They said they should look for Adewolu. Then I said, okay. 2 weeks. It's Kaduna zone, Enugu zone, Ibadan zone. The three important
at that time.
At that time. Hey, there was fear in me. But because he had boasted that
Jare said he would do it.
Then I said, okay, give me the title and the theme. He gave me, look at you, 2 weeks. Then when it's about a week to the time, then I said, I've committed myself. Then I opened up. And I was, I wrote the play. At times, late at night.
You are writing?
I could see, in the daytime, I would see my poem because I would have dozed off.
Yes.
Then when they used the play, they said it was super.
That's right.
It beat the Kaduna zone and the
Enugu zone.
So I was so happy. Then the next one, they brought it to me. Straight. I said, this is confidence reposed in me. I should not let him down. Then I wrote again what they used for Periscope that time. What angered me, I think as I was trying to tell you, was that not had picked. They were the best. The Ibadan zone was the best. 3.
Wow. Again?
Yes. And the producer did not invite me
to the theme.
That was, I don't know. I was wondering, because if he didn't tell me by himself, I would have said maybe the person who told me was fabricating something. But he was the one who said, after fact, they won the thing. And I said, when it was dicey, you remembered me, you called me to pay you out of this, and now the aspect where you should call me that I should. And
be happy that I have collaborated with you. At that time, just as you were recapping all of that, I remember that we used to have so many competitions among the stations. Even NTA, those stations, once or twice a year, you had competitions in drama. Most of the TV stations now don't even produce any drama, no content. How do you think this is affecting the growth? I know that there's a lot of growth in drama, but how has this been lacking in pushing out people, talents, who would have found a platform in all those arrangements?
In fact, it's a minus. Because by that time, people used to, buckle up and, people, for example, the only that time that I was talking about, I was so happy because NTA Ibadan produced, I think, Politics of Envy.
Right.
Masquerade and
the Benin.
And that man from Kaduna.
Yes.
Samanja. We were all, the problem with Ibadan, we would have gone far ahead.
Yes.
We were recording at Studio 3.
I know.
Bringing BC Road. Whereas those people, they went into locations. We thought they won't approve going to locations. But people went to locations.
Yes.
The artificial rain, they used to,
Yes.
But we were, and we thought we were
constrained.
Our drama, our production was super.
Yeah.
It was, I played the lead role. The era of Zobo.
Yes.
I was, my company, my workers protested, they were protesting, and I did everything to calm them down. They never. But that play, it was super artistic, something we had first class.
Yes.
We were
studio based. you lost to the people who went to
what
location.
I'm telling you, what the question you asked me, that with that improvement would generate,
come.
it would have come if what you, the question you asked.
Actually, that started happening. People like Femi Olajide, Adeyemi, even when PCS came, Remi Okoro, Tunji Fatilewa, they have started going out to record.
That's right.
On locations.
Yes.
And it will have seen an explosion. By the time Cockcrow had done, started, it was, and I remember that I was also in some productions in Kaduna, at NTA Kaduna.
Okay.
We recorded fully on locations with Ajiboye. So that's why I'm asking, with the kind of backing that we were receiving from such government stations at the time, all that is gone.
It's gone.
And it worries me that a lot of theater artists who would have found a voice, found their skills, found their talents, become visible in the public eye, don't have that kind of opportunity anymore.
It's a pity. It's really a pity. It's really a pity. And, you know, the aspect that you mentioned, I still remember that in what year I played the role of Kukute, Professor Kukute, in Femi Oshobisan's, I think, College. I was the, you know, motivation. There was motivation.
Yes. Yes.
I played the role of Jima in Midnight. Which
we bid you welcome to Midnight Hotel.
You know,
that was memorable. That was 1982.
Of course. Bajima.
Bajima.
That's in
Midnight Hotel.
And Professor Kukute in College.
Yes.
And in another production of his, Birthdays Are Not for
Dying. I remember that.
Oh, I mean,
we did that at, I think, Green Springs Hotel.
Good.
That was where we recorded.
Very good.
You
know,
that was when we recorded. Birthdays Are Not for Dying.
Birthdays Are Not for Dying. There was a play, you remember, directed by Dexter Lindasi.
Right.
Zinge.
Zinge.
I was Sonny Boy to Abigail in those days. Abiodun J4.
Yes.
J4. I think it's now Abiodun J4.
J4.
He was Professor. My father.
That
play, you give kudos to me for the role I played. It was challenging.
Yeah.
I started the play, and the play ended on me. One had played funny characters, like funny, I think Trinidadian something.
Yeah.
We had this, your friend played the Obiama. You know, if I will immediately I came to the stage, it was laughter all over.
All through.
And that was how I was on the stage till the end of the play. While people were laughing and, you know, I was doing things that would make them laugh.
Yes.
And apart from that, whatever proceeded from my mouth
caused laughter.
And I was there. From that time, they had me through Dexter Lindasi. That man.
Yes.
Because
Dexter had a large imprint on the Nigerian theatre.
He came to me in the office of the finance department and said, I want to give you a part. That's how he allocated that Sonny Boy to me. And I never disappointed him. When people were laughing,
so he had recognized you, he had seen you act, and he had made up his mind you were going to be Sonny Boy for him in that performance. Wow.
You know, because people were wondering that how can this man maintain not laughing?
Because you were in character all
through. I was, you know, no way to even laugh until the end, when I really disclosed what happened to my toe. And there was a pen in my costume.
Yes.
I would bring the pen out when they said, "How? Prove to us." How the plane turned blue and not red. I said when we went to steal the neighbor's mango, and they want to try to catch us. Then I remember that my mama said, when sukunya bite you, the plane turns blue. I said, eh. Then I said, show us how. And then removed you. The biro must be in my costume.
Your costume every time.
Because it was performed several days, and they requested for it several days.
Repeated
Then I brought my. I said, I told the and that's how the plane turned blue. Hey, they said, hey. Then my mommy had betted with the Obia man that my daddy was saying it was not people. They told this thing to make children stay indoor. My mommy said no. Abigail, you know. So when this thing came and it became a reality that it was just fabrication, Ma and Papa, then they got to pull trouble. Then the Obia man was packing his loads.
Yeah.
And my Baba who was taking holy stick, he was driving he said, you know, and they betted. And incidentally, the money betted was the amount paid to the Obiama.
As his consultation fee.
And then they said, bring my money. He returned the money and he was running. So he was running for their life. So when they parted ways from him, then they said, now, how come? Then they embraced.
That's an important part of drama.
Oh my God.
That I always love. There must be a lesson. There must be a lesson.
Yeah.
A takeaway. So that must be something that we need to work hard at to bring back. That because in theater you must get to the point of revelation and catharsis. That's important because that's how society gets its rebirth. Don't you think so?
It's true, you're correct. Let me tell you, but maybe by digression, when I see something or hear something, I make a play of it. My wife, grass cutter was being, advertised. But the passerby wanted to buy. He, negotiated. They didn't. According to her, it wasn't. The negotiation never worked.
Yes.
Then a card owner came. And how much is this? They said, let's assume it's 5,000. 5,000. Okay.
Put it in
the boot. Then they opened the boot by themselves, put the oil there, the grass cutter. Bam, the man zoomed away.
It didn't pay.
It didn't pay. The man who priced it was still around. Yes, that's a lesson.
Yes.
To say something. Yeah. The manager program Radio Nigeria used to call me Dangerous Number 7. Dangerous Number 7.
Why did he coin that name?
I had that name. I had just a story being told by somebody that like Ushodiabi, Dube, where people are Dangerous Number 7. Dangerous Number. He said, wow, can somebody? He knew he was nicknamed Dangerous Number 7 because of part in football. That name alone, I just
used it
in the
to write up something dramatic.
Of course. But the manager program, we used to call me Dangerous Number 7. Because when I see something, I make.
Well, that's the way it should be because I remember that I was talking to someone who that's this year, who wanted to be a playwright.
Okay.
And I said, the main ingredient for playwriting is your experience.
Of course.
Is your experience. So you must be observant. You must be somebody who pays attention in the environment.
Yes.
Because that's where what you want to write is coming from. You can do research, you can do whatever, but first you have that sensitivity to the things that... I'm happy you brought that up.
That's right.
Because in the world, we must continue to renew ourselves even from daily experiences.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
I want to thank you, but before I let you go, a lot of those people who were playing with you now have gone. People like Ogajo, actually Ogajo was the one who coined Jare Uloweda as your name that I've been.
His name is Ike Udom.
Udom. You also gave him that one. Yes. And many of them playing so many roles. I remember that Ogajo himself was not a theater. He was working in the technical department of UI. So we had so many people who came out who had talent and who were able to give birth to the talent in them through performances and all those things. What will be your advice to people who have talent, number one, and how to seek expression and find fulfillment? Two, in that time too, the universities were encouraging even people without formal theater education.
That's why Samurai studies
to come in. So what will be your advice to these two categories?
My advice is that they should not give up. They should have sensitive, visual. They should, and as soon as they get something like I told you,
write it down.
Write it down.
Write it down.
Write it down.
You must learn to write.
You must learn to write.
That's a skill that is fast receding.
It's, and hope keeps on going.
Yeah.
You have to, remember.
You need to have a vision that is hopeful.
And as we call it art. We develop it. Artistic development.
Yes.
Because that's how they brought us up.
Yes.
Because Adewolu and all that, we were yielding ourselves.
Yes.
There must be that yielding.
You are willing to learn, to work.
Yes. Nobody took us there. And that's the thing that whoever those you are talking about should imbibe.
I agree with you. Because I remember also that we had a theater group in Lagos in 1972.
Okay.
We were closed from work at 4. By 5,
you are there.
We had gathered. Some of us who worked in daily times in Lagos, this was in Upper Road. They will come from daily times. They will come to that rehearsal at 5.
Imagine.
Some who are salesmen, the same thing. There was a sense of commitment. But now it's sad that people think that they should be paid before they can express their talent.
That's not
because before they can carve their niche.
Monetary aspect should not be the main motive.
Main motive.
Sell yourself out. Let them see
what you can do. Yes.
Sometimes I remember LN 33 white car. He forgot the key at the mouth of the
ignition.
Yes. And then he came back. Did I say it?
No.
He came back with somewhere. We just looked at some people say, guys, when he got there, he didn't see it. He saw some ruffian somewhere. He said, look, he tore £1 note of those days.
Yes.
Turned it and gave half of it to the people he suspected. That's ingenuity.
Yeah, ingenuity.
And then when he gave, he said they should look for
the person who has the key.
He said, they went up and came back up and brought the key.
The key.
Then he gave
the other half.
That £1 that time is more than 5,000 now.
Yes.
He's a character.
Yes.
And then,
and that's the creativity of a man who knew his environment, who knew what is likely to work, and employed it.
Yes.
You can imagine him writing a play. He has an idea of what will flow.
Yes.
That's what we expect from our theatre artists.
That's right. That's right.
Even now.
Yes.
The thing has not changed. When you look at people that are making waves, is because they have paid their dues.
They have paid their dues, yes. Yes.
And Jare, you know whether you paid your dues.
Thank God.
You paid your dues. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you so much for the time that you have dedicated to giving this full discussion about an aspect of your life. Not what you set out with when you left school to be working in the finance department in UI, but what was actually what was in your mind to do, and you achieved it. And you've done it for about 50 years, if not more, and you are still going on. And I want to thank you because you've been a very good example. You've been a model because of your prolific writing and resilience. You never gave up. You never got discouraged. You just kept on going. That's something that one would recommend to the current generation and generations to come. Because like I said, that demand will not change. We will continue to have to pay attention and to devote ourselves totally to the art of theatre. I want to thank Mr. Jare Adewolu, a theatre artist who's been in this trade for nearly 60 years and he is not tired. He's in his 80s, but you can't see that when you look at him. He has kept himself with hope at all times. He's been a witness to theatre on the podcast, Tunde Laniyo podcast, the Nigerian Theatre Witnesses to History, where we bring witnesses, participants who have committed their lives to different areas of the theatre. Even if they are not currently working, we are looking back in the last 50, 60, 40, 30 years at the kind of things that have been contributed by these people and trying to document them so that people who are writing in the theatre about the theatre in the future will have the background that they can work with. Until we come away again, it's bye.